Today I'm going to review the training gloves in 16 ounce of the Empire's Spartacus One and Cryxus One. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Simon, former amateur boxer, current amateur boxing coach here at Telford Amateur Boxing Club. Today I've got a pair of training gloves from Empire, which is their Spartacus One, and I've also got another pair of their other type of training gloves, which is the Cryxus One. This one is their horsehair and foam version, and this is their foam version, and I'm going to go through a review of both of these. So let's start off with the Spartacus One. So as you can see there, you can see from how that is, you can see that this is a horsehair glove. It's already got the creases. This is not an old glove. This is a brand new glove, and you can see from the creases in the leather how that is. And I'll come on to that sort of controversial padding for a training glove in a moment. But as you can see, this is a slim, compact in size glove. Okay, now that is to replicate a fight glove. So the idea that Empire have got really is the fact that you've got professional boxers that are training and sparring in big 16 ounce padded gloves, and then when they come to fight and they're in like 8 ounce or 10 ounce, there is a big difference in how the gloves feel, but also when you come to your defence as well, how much a 16 ounce glove will cover when it comes to your defence, and also the gaps that you can get through when you're actually punching. So their idea is obviously to produce a bigger fight glove, so it's same sort of style, but it is sort of compact in comparison to a normal 16 ounce glove. And to a certain extent that's worked, but there is parts of it that haven't worked, and that's what I'm going to cover off in this review. So let me just show you all around. So you've got the Empire there, it's black, orange with that Empire on the rear there. You've got the flat wrist at the back. These are real leather gloves, and as you can see from that there, they are approved by the British Boxing Board of Control. So these are the first training gloves that have ever been stamped with that. Okay, so fight gloves, yes, but training gloves, these are the first. Now Empire have got an exclusive sort of deal with the Boxing Board of Control when it comes to sort of the gauze and the tape that is used in British title fights and British fights. And so this is an extension of that. As I bring that round, you can see there, Conquer All on the side, and then bring that round as well. And then on there you've got the Spartacus One that is on the grip bar, and you can see that sort of compact nature of these gloves. Now these gloves are 169 English pounds. You can get them from empirefightstore.com. The Velcro versions are £10 cheaper at £159. So let's have a little close-up of these gloves then. So the knuckle area right there, that is a horsehair foam combination. This makes this a controversial sparring glove because obviously horsehair is for punchers' gloves and when it comes to fight gloves, and so this could definitely be considered to be a puncher's glove when it comes to training as well. If you're sparring in these, then definitely your sparring partner is not going to thank you for wearing these. What I've noticed is when you're sparring in them, then not only have you got the initial whack, but there's also like almost like an after sting as well, and that's because of the padding in there. I mean, I wouldn't recommend these for sparring in any amateur gyms, that's for certain, and I'll come on to my views about professional sparring in them as well. So that horsehair also over time will flatten, so I do think that that could potentially become a dangerous glove over time. So if you've got a trainer that's on the case and then just while they're new and a few weeks in, they notice that the padding is sort of flattened down and not really suitable for professional sparring anymore, then they would change them. But more likely what will happen is that this will still be used in a year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years time, at which point all of that horsehair will be sort of flat and offering no protection at all. So in sparring, literally you would be hitting with sort of the taped fist, which is never good. Okay, let's just go on to the thumb there. You've got that big thumb attachment. There is no air holes on the thumb, and I found that that was a comfortable thumb. The wrist, you've got that there, which is like a little seam where the laces slot in. You could also, of course, you'll probably find that you'll use Empire Pro tape to go over the laces anyway, even for your sparring. Okay, you've got thin padding at the front there, and you've got soft padding at the rear. Okay, it does provide a good wrist when it is tied up though. On the face, you can open the hands up very easily, and also you can see there is no air holes there. The stitching, as I'll show you the stitching is very neat. It's a good, well-made glove. The lining is water repellent, the lining, and again, let's just show you that. Okay, water repellent lining. I think they could have gone with a better lining than that, to be fair. Okay, now let's go on to the comfort. Okay, so put the left one on first. You've got that real sort of hard-hitting punch surface, okay? And you can see how flat, just by me doing that makes that punch surface. The thumb is comfortable. My thumb is right at the end, even though this is a 16 ounce, and I've got a little bit of tightness at the front there. The wrist is nice, comes right round the back of the hand and supports, so I do like that. And I have got that fight glove feel, which is what Empire were looking for. Again, I'll put the other one on. Again, you can open the hands, no problem, to catch the shots. This thumb actually is very comfortable. The finger area, you can feel the seam, but it's not uncomfortable. It is flat, and you've got no pressure at the rear of the fingernails or the knuckles on each hand. Again, you can see that punch surface there, and that one as well. So you can see that that one is more creased than that one when it comes to the punch surface. As I was using them, I mean, definitely feel like you've got fight gloves on. So when you're sparring in them, you have got the advantage of, it does feel like a normal fight glove, albeit a little bit bigger. But, as I've said earlier, I wouldn't use these in an amateur gym, definitely not for sparring. And in a pro gym, I think they'd have to be sort of very selective, perhaps just use it just towards the end of the camp, just so they can get used to a glove that is more like the fight glove that they will have in the ring. Again, you know, the sparring partner is not going to want to be hit by these, I don't think. They are a very hard sparring glove. So I'm not sure whether or not putting horsehair into a training glove is the right way to go. And I'll cover off the other training gloves as well, which are all foam, in a second. When it comes to bag work, I did enjoy them on the bag. If you use these on the bag a lot, I could easily see that flattening out though because of the horsehair that is inside them. And as I say, it's probably best just to lead you up to a fight, to wear these, but I wouldn't be using them for sort of massively hard sparring all of the time. So let's get the Fit to Box ratings card onto the screen. I've gone style 95, comfort 95, durability 95, sparring 92. That reflects the fact that I wouldn't be using these in an amateur gym. They are designed for professionals, not amateurs anyway. So I have to sort of point that out. Bag 95, value for money 96 at 169 UK pounds. And so that gives them 94.6. And that is a 2-star great glove. Okay, so 94.6, 2 stars, great glove. So Empire on their website class training gloves as 12 ounce and 14 ounce and sparring gloves as 16 and 18 ounce. These gloves are 16 ounce on the label, and let's just put them on the scale. So 16 ounce lace, and they come out at 16.8 for the left one, and for the right one 16.6. Let's have a look at the others. Okay, so the Cryxus One, this is their foam version with the grey and the orange. Again, these gloves are very compact in size, just a sort of slightly bigger than the fight gloves that I reviewed. The Cryxus One, again, made of real leather. You've got that foam padding in the knuckle area. You can see how flat and how much that goes in though on the knuckle. Again, that's a fight glove type padding as opposed to a training sparring glove padding that we're normally used to. So these again are approved by the British Boxing Board of Control. These are £169, same as the others, and the Velcro is £159. So let's just have a closer look. So there, as you say, I can easily push in that knuckle area. It's a flat knuckle strike surface, foam padding in there. These remind me of Rival Guerrero fight gloves. That is the type of padding that I feel that is there. On the thumb, you've got Conquer All, you've got that big thumb attachment, and then on the inside, you've actually got 6 air holes. Some of them actually are going right towards back. There's 6 air holes in there, 2 hidden is what I would say. And then onto the wrist, you've got a nice ridge there on the back, where the laces sort of sit. You've got like a more stiffer rear than the Spartacus, and then thinner at the front here. And again, with that ledge, you can get a good wrist with the laces. Then we come on to the face of the glove. On these, you've got a thicker grip bar, which I like. There is no air holes on the front of the glove, on the face of the glove. And then if I just show you, the stitching is good, the build quality is good. I mean, it's not super close to the beading, but I can't see any loose threads. The lining on these, I prefer the lining on these to the others. This is more of a sort of a soft, satiny lining that they've gone for here. And then let me just put one on and show you the comfort. Again, as I put them on, I think they do look absolutely great. You can feel the seam there on the finger pads. It's not uncomfortable. It's nice and supportive at the rear of the fingernails and the front knuckle. You can open the hand up, no problem. Again, that is quite a damaging punch surface, especially when you consider that these are 16-ounce gloves, and to spar in those, that is a hard sparring glove. Not as hard as the horsehair, but certainly a lot harder than, say, your winning gloves. Okay, so I have reflected that in the school. So as I go like that, the thumb is nice and comfortable, the wrist is nice and comfortable, and let me just put the other one on. And the other one, exactly the same. They both feel fine in terms of comfort. You can open the hands, and then obviously you've got that small, compact, fight-type glove in a sparring glove. And they describe them as sparring gloves or training gloves on their website. So let me get the Fit to Box ratings card up on the screen. Okay, so we've gone style 95, comfort 95, durability 95, sparring 93, bag 95, and value for money 96 at 169 UK pounds. That comes out at 94.8. Okay, so these score slightly higher than the horsehair version in my opinion, and these also get 2 stars. Great when it comes to my sort of standards and my levels. So these 94.8, great gloves. So let's talk about the sparring. Again, with these gloves, I know exactly what they've tried to do. They've tried to get that fight glove feel for professionals. And so I wouldn't use or recommend these for sparring in amateur clubs. I think they're just too hard. When it comes to professionals, obviously the professional gyms will have to decide whether or not they think that they are acceptable. A lot of professional gyms will want to have sort of your more padded gloves for your training. With these, no doubt about it, these are more like a fight glove than they are, say, a winning training glove. Okay, I think that that may be something that could be improved in these gloves, because I do like the concept of the size. I like the fact that they've gone with the small, compact, and that it's replicating that fight glove. But both in the horsehair version, the Spartacus One, and in these, I just think that the padding is too close to their fight versions and could have really benefited from having a more protective training glove, sparring glove padding. Again, on the bags, you can get a good crack on the bags with these. I really did enjoy using them. They'd feel great, they're very comfortable, but ultimately they are a hard sparring gloves, and gyms and coaches and boxers are going to have to decide whether or not these are suitable for the type of sparring that they are doing. So both of these gloves attain 2 Fit to Box stars. Both come out as great, and if you look on my website fittoboxchannel.com, you'll see exactly where these slot in. As I've said earlier in the video, I do feel that the big thing that lets them down is the padding not really being suitable for sparring. I think a horsehair definitely is a big gamble when you're doing sparring, especially because the best it's going to be is in the first, say, week, and as the weeks and months go by, the padding in that will get flatter and flatter, and that could potentially become very dangerous. So if people are wearing them, they're going to have to make sure that they're checking the knuckle area especially, because you can push through and you will be able to feel that sort of taped fist that is inside there. It is not in any way a safety sparring glove. And then with these ones, as I've said, a very similar situation in that it might not have any horsehair in, but we still have that flat padding that is on the punch surface. Absolutely great sort of padding in both of these for fights. Does it sort of carry over to training? I'm not so sure that it does. I'm certain that Empire can have a look at that. I would love to see both of these gloves with, say, like a winning style padding and see exactly what they would be like, because I think they would be great. You'd have the compactness, the closeness in terms of size to the pro fight gloves, but you'd also have the safety, so you could do round after round the round of sparring and still have the benefit of the shape and the size of them, but without sort of the injuries and whatnot that the padding in these may sort of bring about. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.